This is Goku-san, DBZ, and today, welcome back to Top 10 Sunday, and today, for the last normal music artist, music theme month, this will be the top 10, actually next Sunday is the last one I said. This Sunday will be, so far we did a top countdown of Coldplay, and then last week top 10 Red songs. Well, this week is top 10 Megadeath songs. So, yeah, I thought it was only proper I wear my Megadeath shirt, counting down a top 10 list for them. Now, this is a compiled overall viewpoint from the people I polled on Google+, Facebook, Twitter, and also looking at what songs are more popular than others here on YouTube. So, yeah, this will not be a personal pick list. This will be an overall picture. So, keep that in mind. And of course, like I used to, I will be mentioning the honorable mentions before I announce number 1. And here it is, coming in at number 10, is the song named after the album that it was released on. And this album was released, of course, in 1992. It's obvious what album we're talking about. That being Countdown to Extinction and the song Countdown to Extinction, which was the only song Megadeth has ever done that was rewarded by a particular, environmental group and stuff for trying to bring some focus and stuff onto the environmental issues and stuff. And in the early 90s, environmental stuff wasn't as big as it is, into the 2000s and 2010s now. Environmental issues have become a major thing, but in 1992, when Countdown to Extinction was done, it wasn't really in the forefront of a lot of people's minds and stuff at that time, which is why it won the award. But it's also a very well executed, very well done song, very well written. It's one thing you have to say about Megadeth music is that they always have very strong political messages, because that's basically how Megadeth, that's their whole style, is their songs are always politically driven. And that's understanding when you listen to Dave Mustaine. Anyways, coming in at number 9, Rust in Peace. And of course, off of their album Rust in Peace, which was released in, of course, 1990. Easily one of, now personally for me, easily, Rust in Peace is probably in my top 3 favorite Megadeth albums, along with Countdown to Extinction, another one. Probably Countdown to Extinction is probably my number 1 favorite personal album, but it's a lot of people's. If you look at sales, Countdown to Extinction is their best-selling album. Rust in Peace is probably their 3rd best-selling album of all time, if not 2nd. But that was really the golden age of Megadeth, was that the late 80s, early 90s time period. And they've done some good music more recently. Coming at number 8 is the only tie on this list. It's between a song off of their, I think it was 95 or 96 album, which wasn't as well received, but still a pretty popular song. And for a less than a year, for several month time frame, in WCW, it was the theme of Goldberg for a short time. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of another song, my bad. That's something completely different. No, this song was actually, done in the mid-90s, but my bad, it wasn't WCW. I'm thinking of another Megadeth song. This was, they had a remix on the Mortal Kombat Annihilation soundtrack. It's called Almost Honest. And it's tied with another song from their 1992 album, Countdown to Extinction. That's the song Skin O' My Teeth, which is definitely a fan favorite at concerts in general everywhere. Definitely for old school Megadeth fans. Coming in at number 7, Devil's Island. Now, this song was done in the early millennia time frame, when Megadeth hadn't quite made their major comeback. That wouldn't be until really the mid-2000s that they would start making a big comeback in music writing and impact in political rock and metal. But, yep, Devil's Island, which is an interesting song. I'm actually surprised how many people actually like this song. Personally, it's one of my favorite songs, but I was surprised at how many people that I talked to on the websites actually mentioned that it's a song they really enjoy, though it's not considered one of their biggest hits overall. But it's a very well done, executed song. I recommend you check out if you've never heard it. Coming in at number 6 is from their 2009 album, Endgame, and it's the track, Endgame, which is, of course, a very hardcore, very strongly driven political message about Big Brother, about the government trying to declare martial law, and in general, very anti-establishment. And again, they sustains libertarians, so it's understanding the heavy political messages in this song, Endgame, which is a very well done, one of their harder songs of newer music, and it just had the older feel of Megadeth in it. You could tell, you could hear the passion in this song. And a couple of songs off of Endgame album was pretty solid overall. Of their newer albums, it's probably one of their best. Coming in at number 5 is off of their album Countdown to Extinction. It's about basically the government hiding warehouse like aliens, flying saucers, like special technology, things of this nature. And the song is called Hangar 18, which is definitely a fan favorite, I might add. And about anybody I talk to that listens to Megadeth loves this song, and for rightfully so. Well done guitar riffs, well done drum work. It's a very solid, well-rounded song. Definitely a classic of the old school Megadeth. Coming in at number 4 is also off of their Countdown to Extinction album. The song is called Captive Honor. Very well done, executed song, and good voice, like pretending there's a court case and stuff going on where the person gets sentenced to prison and stuff for life. It's just a really well done overall song, and it really does help show. And I like that they did voice acting type stuff in the song. It helped add a little different feel to it than most of your traditional metal bands. And that's one thing, Megadeth isn't like the others of the big four. Of course, Slayer is known for being much harder and considered to be one of the early forebears of also death metal. And obviously, bands like Metallica really did, about bands like Metallica and really in general the big four helped metal survive the 80s into the 90s. But over the years, people feel that Metallica has kind of sold out over the years, especially thanks to albums like Saint Anger. Now, and Anthrax, I've never really listened much to Anthrax, so I can't really say, but a lot of people seem to still respect Anthrax overall. Like Megadeth. Megadeth managed to come back harder and stuff, and they never sold out to the mainstream. So I have to give points to Megadeth, and give points to Anthrax, both for not selling out to the mainstream like Metallica did. Don't kill me, by the way. I actually like some Metallica music. Coming in at number 3 is off their, I believe it's their 1986 album or something like that. One of their earliest albums, of course. The song Peace Sells off of Peace Sells album. Definitely their best song of their 80s work. of their earliest work pieces and stuff. It's definitely one of their best well done songs, and hands down probably one of their 5 best political songs they've done, period, in their entire career. But yeah, it's aged the best of definitely their 80s tracks. Coming in at number 2 is probably the best well-known overall by, mainstream metal fans and stuff that aren't necessarily Megadeth fans, but it's definitely one of their best well-known metal songs. Symphony of Destruction coming in at number 2. And I'm sure there's a lot of people wondering why Symphony of Destruction is not number 1. Well, there is another song among definitely the fan base and stuff of Megadeth that number 1 is much more highly respected because of the riffs and overall guitar work. First honorable mentions: Bad Omen, Dystopia, 13, The Conjuring, Head Crusher, Gears of War, Back in the Day, and last, Dancing in the Rain, perhaps the best song off the Super Collider album. Coming in at number 1, Holy Wars. I did say number 1 is known for having really well done executed guitar riffs, and hands down, Holy Wars is their best well done overall song. Definitely when it comes to the riffs and guitar work. It's perhaps their most signature, most defining song, at least in the area of their guitar work. But that is top 10 Megadeth albums. Megadeth songs, my bad. And please leave a comment below. Like, subscribe, let us know about my channel. Tell me what are your favorite Megadeth songs, as well as what are some of your favorite metal songs in general. And of course, follow me at twitter.com/GokuSunDBZ, as well as on googleplus.com/GokuSunDBZ. And of course, as I mentioned, this will be the very next comic book review I will be doing. Of course, the crossover issue 1 of Batman and Ninja Turtles. And still waiting for issues 5 and 6 to come out. And the very next after that will be Street Fighter 5, or Street Fighter V, Charlie Nash, my bad. But stay tuned for that, and in the next week or two, I'm planning on doing a second manga review. And it will be Star Wars Return of the Jedi, volume number 4. And over the next week or so, there's 3 other comics I'm planning on doing once I'm done with, of course, that special Batman crossover and the Street Fighter. And the first will be the first volume in a 4-part miniseries called Age of Apocalypse. And I thought it was only fair that I would do this because of X-Men Apocalypse coming out in May. I think it was only right to do it. After that will be Spawn number 258 and Batman Arkham Knight Genesis number 3. So stay tuned for those future comic book reviews. And as always, I'll see you again here in YouTube land soon enough. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel.